Hi guys, today's plan for a rubber band powered car. Can you see it yet? A big pencil. Gonna drill a couple of holes in that for the axles to go through, and well, we'll see. That's it, up together. I'll just talk you through what I've done. Got an aluminium tube just there for the axle to go through. What's that? I don't know, about 4 inches long, something like that. And then a shorter aluminium tube at the back, only about 1.5 1.25 long. The axles front and back are bicycle spokes. At the front, the axles are freewheeling, or the wheels are freewheeling, whichever way you want to look at it. The axles don't actually turn with the wheels, they're just free to run. At the back, these wheels are actually hot glued onto the axles. I've bent the axles round at a right angle. You can see it there quite clearly, and then hot glued it to the outside of the wheel. That's because we need to wrap rubber bands around the axles to give us power. Now, my idea is we'll hook a rubber band over the aluminium front axle tubes down to the back, and then hook them over these electrical connectors I've used to actually clamp onto the bicycle spokes. So we should be able to hook them on like that and wrap them round and stretch them between the front axle and the back axle. So that should give us power. Now I'm planning to put rubber bands on both sides to try and keep it going straight, because I think if I just put it on one side it'll go off at quite an angle. Problem with doing that is it's going to be much too powerful, so I'll probably have to put some lead weights on here to keep the wheels on the ground. I'll try it with just one rubber band first of all, just see how it goes. Yeah, a lot of wheel spin, and that's just with one rubber band, so that's going to be even worse if I try and use two. I'll put some lead weights on there. Got a couple of lead weights tied underneath there, or taped underneath there. Some bright yellow duct tape. Then I've got 2 lots of rubber bands attached to the front axle tubes, crossing over and attached to the back axles on these electrical connectors, so I can wind them up. It's going to be far more powerful than it needs to be. And I can't do it with one hand, so I'll wind them up and then we'll see how it goes. Right, well that worked. Summary time. Well, it works. A rubber band powered pencil. A big pencil, but it's rubber band powered. We've got 4 CDs, 8 plastic bottle caps or bottle tops, 2 bicycle spokes for axles front and back, some electrical connectors that we can use to clamp onto the bicycle spokes to hold them in place, quite a few plastic beads, some aluminium tubing. Doesn't have to be aluminium, I just happen to have some for the axle tubes front and back. And the way we're doing this is the rubber bands are wrapped around the front axle tube, and then at the back they're connected onto or hooked over one of the screws of the electrical connector, and then the rest of the rubber bands wrapped around the bicycle spoke axle. By crossing them over like that, I'm trying to keep the axle straight. If you just use one rubber band, then the axle twists over to one side and the car shoots off to the left or the right. Had to add some lead weights underneath because we didn't have enough grip and the wheels were spinning. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I drilled 2 holes in the pencil at the back and the front so we could put the axle tubes through. And I think that's about it. Nice free running, so we would get a good distance free running afterwards, but as it is, with those 2 rubber bands wrapped up, we're doing the full distance under power with no freewheeling. It's just going end to end. And for those who like to know distances, this is about 8 meters we're covering here quite easily.